Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So today I'm doing probably my final what to watch for an election night video. Um, I've gone over a lot of states throughout the time and there's a lot I wish to get to, but I got over a lot of the more competitive ones, so I'm going to end it, but I was going to do just Rhode Island at first, but I'm deciding to do Rhode Island, Connecticut, and I'm going to finish with my home state of Massachusetts just because I feel like it's nice to finish off like at my home state. So, state of Rhode Island. Hillary Clinton did win 4 electoral votes in Rhode Island. The reason Rhode Island's interesting is because it did vote for Hillary, but it actually is more Republican than a lot of the polls suggest. President Trump was able to win Kent County, and that's significant in the fact that I don't think Mitt Romney won there. So President Trump was able to win a county in Rhode Island, and he only lost this county 51-41. So President Trump does have some opportunities to make up ground in Rhode Island. I don't think he'll win Rhode Island by any means or anything, or Bristol or Newport or anything. Will Trump win in Rhode Island? No, but could President Trump make some improvements in Rhode Island, and potentially that could lead to effects that maybe happen in 10 years from now where Rhode Island's competitive? Maybe. Not saying it will, but it's possible. But President Trump could make improvements in margins in the state of Rhode Island. That could happen. Go next door to the state of Connecticut. Connecticut, 7 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton won last time. Of the southern New England states, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, when most people think of Connecticut or of competitive New England state of the three, usually Connecticut's the first one people think of. It has the most history of voting Republican, but yeah, those days are pretty much long gone for Connecticut. A lot of people from New York who work in New York have moved to Connecticut, who live in Connecticut now, like around Fairfield County and Bridgeport. A lot of people live in Hartford. A lot of people live in New Haven. So President Trump will not be winning Connecticut, but yeah, the main population vote centers are in Hartford. They're in New Haven. They're in Bridgeport. President Trump was able to win in Windham County and Litchfield County, and he was pretty competitive in New London, pretty competitive in Middlesex. None of these counties were really blowouts. Well, maybe Fairfield County or Bridgeport was, but every other county in the state was relatively close-ish, which is not something you see in New England too often. So maybe Connecticut's more competitive than it seems, but probably not. Probably not. Biden will win here on election night, but it'll be interesting to take a look at, though. Massachusetts. This is my home state. Actually, let's do Vermont too. Why not? We'll go through. I did New Hampshire and Maine already. We'll go through every New England state I haven't got yet. So this is Vermont. Gonna vote for Joe Biden. Very Democratic state. I believe it had the record for the longest consecutive vote for Republicans, actually, though, before it started voting blue, which is interesting. But yeah, Hillary Clinton won every single county except for Essex County, which borders northern New Hampshire, which is the more Republican area. I mean, President Trump could maybe win Orleans County, could improve here, could improve in Franklin County and maybe in Grand Isle County or something, but Joe Biden's going to win Vermont, no question about it. Bernie Sanders' home state, Democrats have a lot of control here. There is a Republican governor up for re-election, though, and he's probably going to win. Maybe he could have some effect and help Trump gain in some counties like Orleans County, but yeah, Vermont, 3 electoral votes, not too much to see here. President Trump's going to lose to Joe Biden. Lastly, state of Massachusetts, my home state. I mean, look at the map. There's not really too much to tell you. Joe Biden's going to win here. Democrats are going to win. Every county voted Democrat for Hillary Clinton last time around. I don't really expect too much to be different. If there is one county that will flip, though, it will be Plymouth County, 50-42.5. Hillary Clinton won by 7.5. However, in 2018, Elizabeth Warren versus Republican Senate candidate Jeff Deal was able to win Plymouth County. So it is possible that if one county flips, it will be Plymouth. However, in a presidential election with more turnout, I don't expect that to happen. Yeah, and otherwise, Massachusetts, there's no governor race this year. That's not until 2022. Ed Markey is up for re-election. He beat Joe Kennedy in the primary. I think I did a video about that, or I remember doing a video about that. He's going up against Republican Kevin O'Connor. Ed Markey is probably going to win, but the margin of which he wins could be interesting. I do see Kevin O'Connor as a potential Republican who maybe could run for governor in a few years if Charlie Baker decides not to run again. depending on how well Kevin O'Connor does statewide. Like if Kevin O'Connor could somehow break like 38% in Massachusetts, which would be blowing out expectations by Massachusetts standards. Trump got 32.8. If Kevin O'Connor could break 38%, he could be considered a possible candidate to run for governor in 2 years. Or maybe if Charlie Baker decides to run again, maybe he could try and run for governor in 6 years, or maybe for Congress in whatever town he lives in or something, maybe. But yeah, just it's all about margins in Massachusetts. We know how it's going to vote, but it's just keeping an eye on how the state votes in the margins. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.